10. Peter Grill. Remember what I said about non-existent plot and only being here for the goods? Yeah, well, this is the prime example anime when it comes to proving that point. Peter Grill, crowned the strongest man ever in a competition, is just about to realize how heavy the title he bears now is. With every monster girl from all over the kingdom chasing him down for his potent, powerful seed, he tries to resist their temptations, but fails miserably doing so, and ends up sleeping with, well, every single monster girl that comes his way, all while hiding that fact from his girlfriend and acting to be faithful only to her. Don't expect anything from this show other than a lot of girls half naked and being knocked up. So yeah, you've been warned. Nine. Dokyu Hentai Hixeros. You know Power Rangers, the colorful heroes of justice that gang up on one hopeless villain and kick his ass? Yeah, those guys. Well, it comes without question that we love them and like watching them. But you know what could be much better? Hot, sexy, half-naked Power Rangers, don't you think? Oh, and they're all girls. This anime isn't made to be deep or be meaningful. Hell, some episodes make absolutely no sense, but that's okay. Why, you might ask? Well, it's because we got boobs, of course. Who needs the plot anyway if you have uncensored boob transformations? Eight. Yakura no Hao, Toseyaku no Valkyria. Even though he was warned multiple times, he decided to test out an urban legend concerning the shrine mirror. And just as he snapped a selfie with the mirror of the shrine, he found himself whisked into the world of the Inhijar, a world heavily influenced by the Norse mythology and the Valkyries. Sent into this world, he was taken in by the Wolf clan and cared for, and in return he helped them fend off their enemies and taught them how to protect themselves with war plans and tactics taken straight from the masters of war, like Sun Tzu and such. Seven. Val X Love. Yeah, back to pointless plot other than revealing outfits and nude girls getting horny to power up. This is literally the whole show's premise. The Valkyries from the Norse mythology are sent off to live in the house of one guy to fight monsters. And how do they power up? By getting turned on, of course. How does that work? Fuck if I know. Do I really care? No, not really. As long as I see those anime titties and nude girls fighting, I couldn't give a flying shit how they do it. We're all horny teens here after all. Six. Saijaku Muhai no Bahamut. Once was the ruler of a nation and the strongest drag ride warrior called the Undisputed Strongest. Loses his kingdom and in some unpredicted events ends up in the bath area of the princess and sees her naked body. Of course, such insolence can't stand and she challenges him to a drag ride battle, which later leads him to earn the name of the Undefeated Weakest, as he swore not to use attacks anymore and never fight back. Lux and the princess later on become more as lovers than that of enemies at each other's throats. But to find out how that happened, you have to watch the show first. Five. Mabu Raho. Main character Kazuki Shikimori has the lowest magical count in the Aoi Academy, and he's looked down upon by his classmates. However, his ancestors were great and renowned magicians, meaning that his offspring could have the magical prowess everyone would want in this world. This leads to him being pursued by 3 young and beautiful women, one of which wants to kill him. Kazuki is bullied, but the truth is, he's extremely strong. You see, while his spell count is only 7 times in a short span, the spell's happening to be absolutely overpowered. For example, if he wants to, he could destroy the Earth 7 times over. Nonetheless, this is a harem anime, and you watch it for the ladies, so give it a try. Four. Hagura Yusha no Esthetica. Our hero, Akatsuki Osawa, returns back to the normal world from the world called Alizard with a girl named Miyu. Turns out, Akatsuki Osawa was so powerful after his return from the fantasy world that he's quite literally known as the rogue hero. He and Miyu join Babel and begin training. Over the course of the series, he goes from being strong to Omega strong. He isn't overpowered just in strength department either. He's got the style to back it up too, and the personality to make you jealous. He rides lightning-charged motorcycles, crushes others using only his fists. His sword is devastatingly scary that it would probably just take enemies down with a stare. He breaks magical ice walls in a single hit, and he gets all the girls. 3. Ino Battle wa Nichijuke no Nakade. A club meeting, making everyone acquire out-of-this-world abilities, calls for an emergency meeting for every club out there this instant. But when you've left with the short end of the stick, there isn't much there is to the situation, now is it? At least at the start, that is. Jirai is at a complete disarray, since witnessing everyone around him playing with the best Supernatural has to offer is making him insecure of his very existence. But even disregarding the fact that no one cares where they got these powers from all of a sudden, there must be a reason why the guy ranks rather high on the list, and only time will tell what this useless power truly means. Because with the Supernatural now added into the mix, a protagonist with nothing but the weakest ability out there should have his spot stolen from him rather soon. 2. Rokujuma no Shinrakusha. This one is a wholesome harem anime. Yes, harem anime can also be wholesome. There's a guy named Satomi Kutaru. His father suddenly relocates because of his job, and he has no choice but to find a new cheap place to live. Eventually, he finds himself a place, and it looks like he hit the jackpot. The place he found is Corona House. No guys, this is not a reference to anything. Remember, this anime is half a decade old. Alright, so he finds Corona House. Here, he can rent a room for a measly 5,000 yen a month. But then he finds something interesting while working on his part-time job. He starts getting visited by mythical figures. All of them tell him that they are the owners of the room he lives in, and they all just so happen to be adorable, cute girls. And all of them want Kutaro's room for whatever reason. This anime is kind of underrated, and I'm sure you'll love it. 1. Mada no Ao to Vanadis. A fantasy Europe that's worlds apart from the one a lot of us grew up in. Interesting. Better hold your horses though, because the names of the countries are going to make you blurt out some of the funniest and most unexpected words you've ever heard yourself. With Eleonora, Ellen, Viltaria launching an all-out attack against Brunei, being one of the very war maidens only makes your heart split into a million pieces, as you see all hope shattering before your very eyes. But after what seems like the most one-sided massacre you've ever seen, neither us nor Tiger Vorn was expecting to hear the words, "Become mine," by any means, right? I mean, that just kills the whole theme that the anime was full of from the very beginning. What could the war maiden have seen in this boy who suffered the worst defeat possible against her hands? Plus, just what does the future hold for him when fates put him in such a weird position? Let's find out. And with that, we conclude our video for today. If you enjoyed this list, I want you to smash that thumbs up button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe and press that bell icon to keep you notified of all our new videos. Also, comment down below on the anime you liked the most on this list, and if you're planning to watch any of them. And if you have any suggestions, place them in the comments as well. Until next time, see ya!